Let's get going. I've got a couple of hours to stream today. We'll do a bit. Alright, let's just get to just restart this server up. All right. Okay. Couple of hours to stream. Let's just pull the latest build. I was working on it this morning, but in a cafe. Let's see where we are. Actually, check the mics all right. Okay. So, I think we have the latest build. Put some handles in we were working on colliders. So, put in a collider now. I can double click on it and get some points. The points are being drawn in the wrong Z location. So let's fix that. So that's in game board editor. And then we want raw focus content for collider. So we're drawing them at quad Z max. We'll probably say quad Z max +1. Which is obviously bigger than quad Z max, but it's okay. We want them to sit in front of everything else anyway. All the other quads. I wonder if it's because we're drawing poly lines in front, actually. No, that seems to work. So what I want to do now is, now we have these little points, we want to be able to hover over them. Change the color. So we're just using this static at the moment to see if we're editing points or not. Which obviously isn't great. So if we actually double click up on it again, does it turn off the edit points mode? It should do. I'm wondering if we could just keep it like that. So we could have 2 in. If we double click, it goes off. That might be fine. Okay, we'll keep it like that for now. My phone just yelled at me. Hang on. Don't know what that's all about. All right. So, this is intersect content. So this is when we're doing draw focus content, so the thing's focused. We could do it here. We should actually, in theory, be able to select like a focus on these points or highlight these points now. So I wonder why that's not actually working. Points. So it's never becoming hot. Looks like. Why isn't it becoming hot? Wrong space. Add world input box. That's right. This is a world space bound. Right here. Okay. Try that again. All right, so now we can select them. That's weird. There's another one here. So did it add 2 in there? Seems all right. Okay, so when we're actually moving this now, we actually just want to move the point, not the whole box when we do this. So what's that? Drag focus content. We're doing nothing for trigger, which returning false. I wonder why. Let's change that to collider then. So what we want to do is we want to see if any of those points are hot, and if they are, move the point. There we go. Drag focus content. So we just need to do this to get the actual input box again. We can say if it's focused actually, which means that the mouse is down on it. Drag focused content collider. Say if is focused, so we need to get the collider, which is instance, get data, collider content data. Oh, we need our offset as well. Instance.position plus focus content P. Should probably rename focus content P to position as well. Okay, so now if we're focused, if is focused box ID, we can do point plus, where are we? point plus equals canvas get world space drag delta vector. Okay. We actually want to return true. There. So what do we do now if we actually want to what do we do now if we actually want to drag it on the grid? There we go. So we also need to for drag focused content, we need to do something after we drag. We need to recalculate the input bound, the input boxes. We could just do it here. So that would be collider, the Reddit. Ideally though, this should really be after the drag has happened. But this might be fine, it'd be fast enough probably. Yeah, there we go. Vanberg, how's it going? Working on colliders right now. Just the look of them, really. That seems fine like that. It seems quick enough. Depends on if these colliders get huge. Alright, cool. Technically I made my first game. Oh, mint. So simple. It doesn't, yeah, I mean, doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be fun, I suppose. Are you a game dev if you develop games? That's all it is really, isn't it? I suppose. So the collider content data, we actually need to save these input boxes after point IDs. And here as well. Got a crawl before I can walk. Yeah, I mean, practice in it, it's just practice. Sink the battleship. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Battleships. That's great. What did you make it in? So we need to actually add Add new points in now. Than what you can play against. Ah, right, okay. That's not really trivial, really. That's like goal-based AI or whatever. You could do something like that. C#. Yeah. Cool. Compared to what I'm making it simple. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, compared to a game engine, maybe. Doesn't really matter though, I mean, just create. Always compare with the great. I don't know about that. I've never made battleships before. I have made like yeah, bots you can play against though. That's quite fun, I think, making something like that. I made tactical battle engine once. So something that works a little bit like, you know, like Final Fantasy Tactics, that style of combat. That was really fun. Enjoyed that. So we need to be able to select the lines. Random guesses near the hit. Ah, right, okay, yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So what do I want to add a new line? What I've done in the past is, if you hold down Shift, rather than selecting the whole thing, it selects the nearest line. So I might do that. That's an intersect content collider. How do I want to do this? Base it off the type of ships left and such. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I mean, it's still awesome. It's totally awesome. Just design something you can play against. It's totally awesome. Doesn't matter, you know, you can just add complexity to it later if you want to or not. So we probably should just render these input boxes for a second. Draw quad in world. Just draw like this. I want to know if it's good enough to just rely on these input boxes to select the line. What I want to do is be able to select a line to add a point into. Stepping stone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So these white boxes are input boxes. and it's what it uses to start to see if we're intersecting. So it's kind of failing there. It's failing there at the top. So if we go up, see there's a yellow border. That's probably because I need to inflate it by 1. Width and height. So that's in collider content data after edit. So get rect. Well, it'd be auto result is BB get rect result.width height plus, and then we'll just return result. Let's see if that works. So obviously I want to insert new points into the collider. Now then, you alright? How's it going?
How you doing?
Alright, I've just got here myself. I just got here myself. I didn't do it this morning. I've been putting up skirts, coving in Kiki's bedroom. What's that? Oh, lovely. Lovely. It's a bizarre purchase.
China.
So now it's adding 1.
Pardon?
I'm just saying.
Oh, are you online?
Yeah. Alright. So I think I can use these input boxes. So if I'm like, if it's right on the, if it's here for instance, it won't work. So what I want to do is say if I'm in an input box, I can test if I'm by a line. Won't work there either. So what I need to do is like, ooh. We could just test if we're in the entire bounding rect. Don't know really. It is actually focused there. I could just test if it's focused. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just put a little bit of information down here. So we know it's focused. It is focused, but there's no actual visual indication at the moment. Like here it says trigger content data. I want to say collider content data. So that's on properties. Well, game board editor. Properties. So we want draw. I may as well do it above. Draw brush properties for collider content data. We'll just put copy collider ID for now. copy collider ID. So in theory, we'll be able to know when it's focused. This only happens on focused objects. If it's focused, then we hold shift. So now it's focused. Now it's not. Now it is. And if we hold shift, if it's focused and we hold shift, we want to actually select the line rather than the whole collider. I'll just save that. So an intersect content. So that's the test point, really. Because what we want to do is we want to so I'll put test point up here. I'm going to say if editor, what is it? Gameboard editor dot focused content. Go focused content. Maybe shoot is focused. Instance. It's focused and canvas get input window, key down, E key, shift. So if shift is down and it's focused, we can do the lines. This just returns an intersection candidate. This is the problem. It doesn't actually do. Maybe we do just do this on draw focus content. Maybe. Then we know it's focused. Okay. So if canvas get input window, keys down, E key, shift, else, we'll do that. So if we're holding shift, we're going to do line selection. Otherwise, we'll do point selection. So how do we do this? Do we have any kind of fancy selection routine? Find closest edge to point. Points begin, points end, point. Right. So we need the actual mouse position. Canvas, get cursor position in world. If mouse P, let's do this. Auto test P equals mouse P minus offset. So find the closest edge. So that's collider points dot begin, collider points end. The point is the test P. And that returns an edge, a geometry edge of scalar type. So that's just auto edge. So that gives us the edge. If we have the edge, we need to basically just draw a line between the two, between the edge points. So we're going to go auto points equals collider points. Cash out the points. Let's just canvas draw line in world. P0 is points edge P0 points edge P1 color is yellow Z line Z max. So it's the same as the polyline. Let me just try that anyway. Oh, we need to actually offset this. Plus the offset. My concern is it draws it underneath. We'll see. Don't want to draw it underneath the outline of the polygon because we won't see it. So we're in edit mode with shift down. So it did find an edge. So he's drawing underneath. So let's do +1 possibly.
Hello, Norman Wells. Hi. Hi. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. That was right. Yeah. Right. You know what? I'm away. That's it. Yeah.
Give me a sec. I just need to.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
I need to make sure that my alarm goes off so I don't miss school pickup, which would suck.
What time sounds end?
There we go.
10:15 at Sun's End.
So that's the line.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
And then if we actually press the button now, we need to insert a new point between these 2 points. So it would be get input. Well, what would it? Get input window. Left mouse button just down. Game board. Editor. Oh, we need to actually insert a undo redo state here. But we don't have the editor. That's unfortunate. How do we get the editor then? This is only really meant to be for drawing, not for editing. Maybe we do go back to doing it in edit mode. Let's just copy this. What was it? Edit content. Content editor. Collider. So we could say for, and this makes a new instance. So it would be in intersect content. Yeah. It would be here really. We would have to do it.
Ads running soon.
So rather than saying if mouse p, actually it would be if game board editor is focused. Instance like that. I think that's possibly what it would be. Yeah, maybe actually we do it. So that's we else this. Like that. Collider is actually called data here. So we don't have his focused. So we have get focus content. I'm going to say bool is focused. And it's focused if focus content and focus content instance ID is the content ID, I believe. Okay. Just find out where. So this isn't in draw focus content anymore. Goes back to being like that. So at least so now, intersect content for collider data. Oh. We can actually do game board editor, push, undo, redo game board. And now we're going to this is the point where we insert a new point. I'll put a breakpoint there. Look, it's doing it. It's just doing it down here. So we actually need to check if get input window. Key is down. Key down. E key. Shift. Has to happen on shift. So offset seems to be wrong. Oh, it's offset plus instance position. That's kind of confusing. Okay. So we have to have shift down, and it can't be hot. But it does have to be focused. So if I hold shift down there, nothing happens. If I click on it, I'll make it focused and I hold shift down. There we go. Not quite working though. It works for there. It doesn't work for the round here. So the mouse position is kind of wrong, I believe. So this is test point, actually. So we just need to insert test point in between P0 and P1. So it has to be on the outside. I'm not sure if that's kind of what we want. We'll leave it like that for now. What happens if we have two as well? I think it should be okay because we're only doing it on the one on the focused one. Just say and game board editor, canvas, canvas is just focused instance. No. We don't have a just focused. What's happening is it's focusing it. Yeah, we need a just focused. So we could possibly focus. Can't tell if it's just focused without putting it into the actual input system. We don't want to do this when it's just focused. Maybe we do. Because we've got shift down. Yeah, maybe that's fine. Feels okay. Okay, so we'll go. So we'll push the undo redo state, and we're going to do points. Insert. Can't do IntelliSense. Insert. What is it? Add at. So it needs to be the test point at, I'm not sure which way around it is. Probably edge P0. And then we need to actually focus this point as well. And that's on drag content. So if we do drag content collider, we need to make this box ID. So we need to add a new point ID, make a world input box out of it, and set it to be focused. So point IDs. So canvas, and what is it? Data. Point IDs. Add. So that's BM new ID at edge P0. And that gives us the index. New point index. So we need to do the bounds. So this would be points, new point index, translate, offset plus instance position. And that's data. And that gives us the box ID, and then we check for canvas focus box ID. And that should just focus it. So that means when we press the mouse down, it should become a new point and it becomes focused, so we can drag it around in theory. We'll see. It worked, but we added it in the wrong place. Okay. So wait, edit. I think it's P1. There we go. Didn't stay focused though. So when we do, is it? So that's not working in there. So it's working there, working there, working there. Not working. That one didn't work. Oh, that did work. That one worked. That one didn't work. So what's different about that one? Between 0 and 13, so it's gone off the end. by the looks of it. Yeah. Alright, we can take a 2-minute break. Use the loo and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So I think this is possibly... We actually want to change the routine that does the find closest edge. So we're doing a swap there. I don't think we want to do that. Because that's making the line. We either don't want to do it or we always want to do it. That's making that last point not work. Maybe we always want to do it. No, that works. So that works. That one doesn't. So what's it? That the one that always didn't work? I can't remember. Not 4. Should be 4 not. Not 3, look. So it's going... It's testing the 0th one first. right. So maybe we do need that swap. If P0 is greater than P1, it's not necessarily right. If P0 is not, and P1 is point count -1, we'll swap. Try that. Maybe we just swap these two around. Yeah, I think we just actually need to swap these two around. We'll see if this works first. Ooh. Yeah. Yep. 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 Okay, that worked. So actually we just swap these two around. Whoops. Then we don't need to do this. Maybe we do actually need to do this. Don't think it makes any difference. I'll keep it consistent. And then we also need to do data after edit as well. And what we also need to do is when we insert a point, we need to switch it to point editing mode. Because it's switching itself off because it's not in point editing mode. And that's not what we want. We're inserting the point and then we're not able to edit it. So now we're in point editing mode. So if we do that, see there, it's switching itself off. That's because we're not inside. If we do this, it unselects it. If we stay inside, keeps it focused. If you do that, it stops it being focused. So we actually need to set the focused content as well. So that probably means we need to do this. And we can set the hot input ID equal to the box ID. I believe that's it. No, we need to actually find, so we need to do after edit, it needs to be this. So it can't be that box ID. We need to actually focus. No, that is right. That is right. That should keep it focused, hopefully. Oh, no. Because that intersect won't work. Added new point. Just have to go like this. Added new point, all that. If we add this new intersection candidate, hopefully it just means that we make it focused. We'll see. No, that didn't work. Do need that breakpoint there. here. This is where we want the breakpoint. So we add our intersection candidate. It's a collider. ID is 0. So this is set as the focused content. Tick focus content. I wonder why it doesn't stay focused. Probably because of this. Probably goes to here. Yeah. So we need an input box. Actually, that's probably what's happening there. So we do add an input box. So we need to do canvas clear focus for everything, and then focus on the box ID. I think that should work, hopefully. That'll clear out the camera drag that was previously selected. There we go. So what happens if it's like this? It doesn't actually highlight the... It's not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't actually... So if it's not in a point edit mode, I can still do it. Doesn't actually put it into point edit mode. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, I don't know. So if we do want to put it into point edit mode, we need to see if this is focused. If the point ID is focused, it's in point edit mode, basically. So we're going to go for auto ID collider point IDs. If canvas is focused ID, it's not the point ID, I don't think. It's this input ID. Is it this input ID? It's this box ID. So is there a canvas get input box? It wants the full name. Just means you have to re-add the input box in, which we could do. So it would be this. So we're doing it here. This is exactly what we want to do, except we want to do it to determine if we're in edit mode or not. So it'd be essentially doing this. If canvas is focused, box ID equals true. Maybe doing it 2 times, but whatever. So that means now, if we do this, it turns it into edit mode. We don't. All it has to be is focused. So it's focused, and then I can do this all the way up here, and it turns it back. It does turn it to edit mode. Don't know if you want that or not, really. We'll leave it like that for now. Alright, cool. And what happens if we want to delete a point? I think if we're holding shift down and we click on it, click on an actual point, it deletes it. Maybe. So we do, it's hot, and we're going to go, if we're holding shift down, it's even if it's focused, really. If canvas dot is focused, and we're holding shift down, then we just want to go B. Ooh, we can't remove actually. We can't actually remove in the middle of one of these. So I'm going to go standard, optional, size T, remove me. I'm just going to say remove me equals B. If remove me data points remove me data point IDs remove me. That's already. But we also want to push undo redo step. What is it? Push undo redo game board. And then we want to do canvas clear focus for everything basically. So hot input ID might be set by then. So that's else really. So that should allow us to delete a point, and we only want to delete points if there's more than 3 of them. As well. Oh. Look. This is going on the input boxes. This is not correct. We actually want to do it on points. Doing it on the wrong thing here. All right. So this is, there is a hot one. This goes down here. Getting a bit big now, this. So I can say, if not hot input ID, return. No, that's wrong, that's wrong. Let's just go back. So if hot input ID else it's not going to be as good, that. Say if hot input ID, we'll just go through so we'll say for index ref p PID, and that's data point IDs. And then we actually need to get the input box of the point. Then we can say if canvas is focused, box ID, remove me is P. So if there's a hot input ID, we'll test all the points. If it's focused, meaning we clicked on it, yeah. And shift is down. Input window. Key is down. Shift. So if it's focused and shift is down, we'll remove it. So I wonder, to be fair, if we could just do this. Right at the top. So we go through them, get the bounds, add the input box. If it's focused and shift is down, we'll remove. If we're removing, we remove everything. Otherwise, and then, so this could possibly actually push in 2 undo redos in the same frame. I think I'm going to do is just return result there. Yeah, we don't want to push in 2 entries really. Undo, redo. It's doing 2 times, so it's adding and removing in the same frame. So that'll add it, and then it'll come along. It will be focused. So this needs to be is just focused. Think. See if that works. Yeah, and if we click it again, it goes away. So when we do highlighting this line, nothing else can be hot. Nothing can be hot when we're highlighting that line. So we'll say and canvas and not canvas anything hot. That means that yellow line will go away when we're actually hovering over a point. Stopped it working. Maybe it's because Now we can't say nothing is hot because the camera is hot. So we could have a hot point ID because we discover a hot point ID here. So it could be like standard optional U64 hot point ID. If canvas is hot, box ID. Hot point ID is box ID. And this is like and not hot point ID. Do this. So I'm holding shift. Go and click a point now. Yeah. Yellow line disappears. Still deletes it. Okay, we do want to delete it. That's what we wanted to do. So what we want to do now is we only want to delete them if the point. So we're going to do data.point IDs is greater than 3. Don't want to delete any points, so I'm going to keep it at least 2D, like a triangle. So just do this, so we can't delete. We are adding in a point though. So I think possibly we need to do it like this. Have to do the test. So what we were doing there is if we couldn't delete the point because we had less than or equal to 3 points, we added a new one in, which we don't want to do. It's kind of annoying. Oh, we need to do ordered remove as well. It's on the same key. Is it on the same? Both adding a new point and deleting is on the shift key. Kind of annoying. Means if I'm quickly adding points, fine, but then I just want to move a point. No, still my finger on the shift key, it deletes it. So you just hold shift to delete points out of a trigger. I'll leave it like that. That's alright. It's alright. Okay, we'll stop drawing these input boxes now. That's kind of it. There's no real properties as such for a collider at the moment. We've got space where we could put them in if we need to in the future. Could just say copy collider ID. So it doesn't obey snap. But I'm not sure we'd want to. We could make it obey snap if we wanted to. Layer. Alright, so let's just make a new prefab. Collider test prefab. And then let's add a new layer. And see if we actually get the collider. We do, the collider's in there. So if we make it independent, that all just works, I think. Awesome. All right, let's check that in. If we just have a look at the old left panel for colliders, what did we used to have? Events and conditions on them. That would be something like if you collided into it, fire an event. But I'm not sure if we really need that. How many lines? So collider, we could do it. So does a collider actually have in it events and conditions? It does. It has an engine condition set. The trigger one is a different type of thing, I think. Engine condition, an array of conditional event. So the collider one, oh, it's just the same. Okay, we'll do it then. So this is collider. Okay, so that means when we click on a collider, we can add in events and conditions. Alright, whatever then. It's interesting. So if we open up collider test prefab. Didn't save it from before. Does it actually copy over the conditions? If we make independent, it does. So what happens if we delete this one? Let me go back to the other one. It's still there. Brill, okay. I think that's collider's done then. What would be the next one to do? Let's have a look. What would be the easiest? We've only got 10 minutes left. Nav meshes. So right now nav meshes literally don't do anything other than just allow us to draw boxes. Regions. Set a region ID up there. Nav meshes are nothing. I think we probably... well, I don't know really. Or we could do rivers. So what we also want to do here is when we click any of these, we do want to be able to move them to different layers. So rivers. Maybe we do rivers next. So I think I'd like to be able to just click on it and drag. Right now I have to double click and drag. Press Control. What is it? Tab? No. Oh, it's Alt there. So this allows us to put regions in, which allow us to should allow us to set the color. They do. Color 0, color 1, so you can make it like pink. Rivers are quite complicated things, to be fair. Yeah, we'll do rivers. We're gonna have to do that tomorrow because I'm gonna have to head off. That was a good stream. A little bit done. I'll see you tomorrow.